Hey everyone, been a little while, but Shoejack Redemption here to take us into season 26 of your Pacers Dynasty, and what was about the last week of 2K23 relevancy. Here's the lineup we're going with to kick off the season. This is 08-09, so we just drafted Russell Westbrook along with Kevin Love. They're not in the rotation quite yet. If Rondo doesn't do very well, Westbrook will quickly jump and take his place, though. We got Aldridge in the rotation consistently for the first time. Durant, I decided he's going to be the one to get more minutes. Roy's up maybe a little bit from what he was last year. I think he was 13 for most of the season. But Durant's really good. Shaq's down to 25 minutes. We could probably take some minutes away from KG and give him to Durant, but to start the season, we'll see what Garnett does. If it's like normal, he'll probably get hurt some. We got CP3 starting, well, CP1 for the first time because Gary Payton didn't retire, but now is with the Pistons. So we'll say goodbye to him, hopefully, as we play him. Kobe Wade with 35 each. So we're going 10-man to start the season, and then we'll see how things go. So let's go ahead and get things started with a Halloween game in Phoenix. We win by 16. They got Jamal Crawford. Tim Duncan got 10 and 10. JJ Barea was 1 for 10. Rookie George Hill down here, the 15th pick. Kobe kicks it off, 24 and 10. KG, big double-double. Also played 3 extra minutes for some reason. Shaq did 2. Not sure what's going on, but Shaq had 6 assists. 10 for 10 from the line for Kobe, 8 for 8 for Chris Paul. Got 3 home games now in this week. Held under 100 already, first time this year. 21-point win over the Nets, give them their first loss. Chris Paul led the team. KG with 19, Durant 16 off the bench, 9 free throws. We made 43 free throws in this game. Shaq, I'm hoping he can score double digits, but not off to a good start. This team is pretty stacked as well. Not as stacked as the Chicago Bulls, who we'll see right here. We did beat them by 30, but they were the team who already had, oh my, Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, 38, 8, and 8. I'm not sure what his career high is. It's 43. Iverson scored 52 already. Shaq got 20, so that makes up his average. Anyway, the Bulls had Dirk Nowitzki and Paul Pierce already. They landed the #1 pick in this past draft and got that man right there, Derrick Rose. What's he doing already? 20 points per game. Gets no offensive rebounds because it's 2K tendencies. Dirk's averaging 24.5. Pierce is down to 13, shooting terribly. Something's happened to Paul Pierce, but they still have Iggy, who's 84. This is a good-looking team. Fisher's their point guard. Center's the only thing they're missing. Sean Bradley with his 1 point. Beat the Hawks by 7. They're only 2 and 4. For some reason, they're getting close to winning. Actually, if not for the fourth quarter, they would have won, it looks like. Kyle Korver still hanging around, shooting really, really bad. Probably got rid of him at the right time, it looks like. Bosch, his second year with the Hawks. A little more rebounds so far. Chris Paul leads the team for the second time. Wade 4 for 15. Shaq 2 for 8. Some terrible shooting in this game. Still managed to win. Oh, and then 17 over the Raptors. Wade, Kobe with now a point assist double-double. He had a point rebound double-double to open the season. Chris Paul almost 10 assists, only 2 for 8 shooting. Haven't seen much out of Rondo yet. We'll see after a few more weeks to see if Westbrook should take a spot. Sean Marion leads the way with 24 points. This is the team Kidd jumped over to, getting way less assists, playing a little bit more. Alright, play the Bulls again, at home at least. We lost to the Wizards and Kobe is hurt. Hey Wario, We get Kobe hurt, and we already have a loss this year. Well, it makes it pretty easy to know who's starting because it's going to be Kevin Durant. And then we need probably a small forward. Grant Hill is at least going to be active. We'll see if he's playing. He might be playing. Let's go ahead and load the lineup here. Switch Durant. Roy's going to take these minutes. Anywhere. Oh, that was it. Okay. Power forward needs to go to Aldridge. 18 for him. Durant's at 32. Let's do maybe 33. Hill, 15. I mean, he's older, but he's still Grant Hill. So let's go ahead and save that lineup. At least we got our first loss out of the way, so we don't have to wonder if 82-0 is a thing. After 26 seasons, or 25 seasons, we know that it's just not. Aldridge for a first and a second, no thanks. We annihilate the Bulls, so we didn't just lose, we lost by 20 to the 3-3 Wizards. Rudy Gay is stepping it up in year 3, look at that. Mike Miller got 30 points, he's averaging a career high. This isn't like an amazing team, but it does look decent. Bargnani shooting 31%. That's pretty awful. They got Ben Wallace in the middle, locking things down. What happened to us? We made 2 3-pointers. That's not good. Kobe had a big 12 points and fouled out. That's a problem. But it looks like the third quarter got way out of hand. Lost by 13. Not a good outing for the Pacers. But 21 over the Jazz, who are usually really bad. Terry should be scoring a whole bunch for this team because they don't have much scoring. They also drafted Dragic, who's averaging 14.5 as a rookie. 71 overall. Dwight Howard, big game off the bench here. So this was the game Kobe got hurt. So he fouled out in one, and then he gets hurt in the next. Shaq 3 for 10, KG 2 for 7. Not good in the middle. But we won by 47. That is not a team I think I would annihilate, especially without Kobe Bryant. Dwight Howard off the bench again, 22. Kevin Durant with, I think, the first double-double of his career. Yes. And he has 1 start, which matches what he did last year. I'll look at his averages real quick. Playing about 10 more minutes so far per game. Looking good. Curious to see what Chris Paul does as a starter. Pierce up to 14 points now. Dirk down to 24. Rose up to 23.5. Still no offensive rebounds because we know. Alright, I need to do some practices probably. We got... probably do some study film because we're about to play the Heat twice. Then we can have a little rest. We can probably, study film there too. Sure. Alright. Get some recovery time here. Individual. System. What's between the Bucks and Jazz? Okay, let's go. I don't know that I've done strength at all, so let's do that. Alright. See if Kobe misses all these games. He sure does. Misses the whole week, but we won by 33 against the Knicks, who are decent. We got Kevin Durant scoring a career high 34 points. Cool. Dwayne Wade gets 29. Triple-double randomly for Kevin Garnett. Has to be the first of his career. Oh no. He got one 6 years ago. Was that for my team or when he was not on my team? He was on the Supersonics at that point. So he does have a triple-double. Look at his percentage, 58.5%. Is he at least happy now? Not really. He was mad last year for some reason. He's scoring more, rebounding more, playing more, so you'd think that would make him happy. Waiting for Shaq to be mad because he's not getting the ball at all, but he's also 35 years old. Charlie Villanueva led their team with 21. Joe Johnson is a Knick for life so far. We got 31 over the Heat. They're 4-7. KD leads the way again. Garnett and Paul with 20 as well. All sorts of scoring. Shaq was the only one that shot terribly, 2 for 9. Lots of games like that from him. Vince Carter, now a member of the Heat, 18 points per game. They got a guy named Hasselhoff playing. They got a lot of fake guys playing, it looks like. Heat are in rough shape. Then we beat them by 13 on the road. Got Andre still at point. Hibbert is their draft pick with the 7th pick, 7-7. Durant leads the team all 3 games, and KG's been amazing in all of them as well. I don't know what's wrong with Shaquille O'Neal. He's shooting 41%. I don't get it. He's only shooting at the basket, I would think. Grant Hill had a bad game as well. Aldridge wasn't great. Alright, see if we can end out November with 4 wins. We're on the road, 3 of them. We do get Kobe back. Durant's going to probably earn a couple minutes for a little while. How did Hill do in his games? 44%. He got to play, what, 3 or 4? 4 games. Not the person that I thought would get the first minute, so that'll be one of these 3 guys. Alright, let's let Kobe have a little bit of a rest here. There. Let's do that. Is Shaq? He's almost tired already, 25 minutes per game. Not a good sign. It says he should play 6, but that's because I got better people than him down here. Oh, I guess Howard's better. Maybe I can take 1 minute away from him somewhere, have him go out here. 24 and 24. Sure. Get through this week with that rotation, maybe? We do? Alright. We beat the Heat for the 3rd time in less than a week. On the road again. Carter led them every single time. They got Thaddeus in his 2nd year. CP, Kobe's return game only gets 14. Aldridge 1 for 6. Then we beat the Knicks by 56. This is going to be fun scoring, I hope. Kobe 27, Paul 25 and 15. Dwight Howard went 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Garnett, another good one. Shaq's been in double digits like twice, and one of them was when he scored 20. 16 over the Nuggets, who are almost always good. They got Al Harrington back on the team after 3 years in New Orleans. Marbury's at 14, Lewis at 20, Big Dog 11 again. Karolinka, where is Steve Nash? Did he sign somewhere else? I'm forgetting. Thought they still had him. D Wade and KG. Dwight Howard making free throws again. 15 over the Hornets. KG. Shaq is really struggling. Wade a double-double. Eric Gordon, the 9th pick, averaging 21 points. They got Adam Morrison shooting a little better now. This team's really bad looking. Alright, let's go ahead and give Kobe his minutes back. It was here and here. Like that. And actually we can go through this game and then go look at some stats, or some awards, I mean. Let's see if there were any transactions worth seeing. No firings. We got a couple random signings. Todd McCullough and Kerry Kittles got signed to minimum deals. We had a couple trades. Brad Miller for a first, and Jamal McGlure for Brandon Rush. Okay. We got Mike Dunleavy with his torn ACL. He already had that, I believe. We got LeBron, the only repeat player of the week. Ray Allen, I forgot, is on the Warriors. We got Iggy. Of all the Bulls, Iggy's getting a player of the week. And Zadrunas, player of the month. Iverson, Jefferson, Kidd, LeBron. And rookies, Rose, Ibaka, Beasley, Lopez. I thought it'd be Rose every single time. Alright, let's look. See if anybody's here. KG will re-sign. He wants $11 million. Either the salary cap really went up, or he thinks he's going to get better or something. He's making like half of that right now. And let's see, my thought was next year Durant could start at power forward, because we have Wade locked up for at least 2 more years, Kobe 3, and Paul we're going to have to match his after this year. So Durant's probably my future starting power forward, because he can't stay 6th man, because he's going to keep going up, I imagine. It says A+ potential. So that makes Garnett expendable, I believe. So for the second time, the Pacers will let him go. The first time was not really on purpose. I thought I could re-sign him, and we were stuck at the hard cap, so that didn't happen. So yeah, I think he's going to just not be re-signed. Alright, well, let's go see if anybody deserves some more minutes. Paul is not shooting well. Ouch. Per 36. He's also getting more turnovers. D Wade is shooting great, but not as good as he has been. Scoring a little bit less, probably because of Kevin Durant. Kobe's getting impacted by his game where he got hurt and the game where he fouled out, so hopefully that'll go up. KG is absolutely amazing. He's probably not going to want an extension for very long because he's going to get mad. Shaq's still at 41%. Per 36, barely averaging a double-double, so there's no way he's going to do it at 26 minutes. Meanwhile, Dwight Howard almost is. We just locked him up, matching his contract offer. Whoops. Durant per 36, scoring a little bit more. Brandon Roy's shooting well. Aldridge's only 41%, so we could even possibly give Durant more minutes. And Rondo, actually, of the people I thought I would take out of the rotation, is looking really good. And how are these guys? Are they mad? I guess Westbrook played in one of the games and scored even. It's been a foul out. So Rondo could even take one from Paul and probably be okay. Let's do that there. And if we can find another, let's do Durant instead of Aldridge there. And that's going to be my new lineup. I guess we'll just leave Shaq at 24 because he can't play very long. Rondo passes Aldridge now. I don't think that's going to be ready yet, no. Quick look at standings. So the Nets are 13-3. Otherwise, not any great teams in the East. A lot of 9-5s, 9-6. In the West, the Warriors 10-3. So they got Ray Allen. It's a pretty cool team. So is Nash hurt? Evidently, yes. There's a 2-14 team, the Kings. They look real bad. They got a fake guy in the starting lineup. Let me see the Nets team here. That looks pretty good. And then what does the worst team look like? The Magic are 3-10. They have 2 fake people starting. Because Iverson's hurt, evidently. Alright, I think I did training up until the Jazz game, so let's get that going. A little conditioning, maybe not. There we go. Actually, against the Kings, hopefully we can do a medium. Alright, let's kick off December with a win over the Nuggets. Here's our first look at the scouting. We got Steph Curry, Jeff Teague, Drew Holiday, Collison Beverly, Harden, DeRozan, Joe Ingles, Blake Griffin. There are no real centers. Evans, Rubio, Jennings, Lawson. Just go with that. Alright, 3 more wins. 17 over the Nuggets. They're 12-8 now. Wade and Garnett. See if Durant makes the most of his extra minute. Or Rondo, I guess. Richard with 25. 22 over the Bucks, who are pretty terrible. J.R. Smith got 33. He's averaging 24 points. Chris Paul leads the way. Got to get that shooting percentage up a little bit. Howard with a double-double. Shaq didn't make a field goal. 23 over the Jazz. It's really sad to see what's happening to Shaquille O'Neal here. Chris Paul 5 for 18. There are times where he is shooting way too much. But Brandon Roy got 17 points in 17 minutes, second on the team. Nicholas Batum, as a rookie, leads the way with 21 points. We got 4 away games, including good teams here. I thought the Grizzlies were good. And then the terrible, terrible Kings. Hopefully we annihilate them. Marvin Williams in a first for KG. Not a bad deal if I really needed a backup plan for Garnett, but I already have it on my team, so we'll decline. I just said I hope I annihilate the Kings, and we just lost by 5 to them. They were 3-15. Randomness of 2K. There we go. Alright, 6 points over the Grizz. J. Rich is averaging 19. Marvin is who, that's Mo. Marvin's who they just proposed. Not averaging many points. Jermaine's not good in this game. Still averaging double-double. Kobe leads the team finally. Shaq finally gets double figures. Beat the Warriors by 12. That's a good win. Ray Allen averaging 24 points per game with his new team. Weber's kind of on his way down. Only 12 and 7.5. He's been a Warrior for most of his career. first, what, 6, 7 seasons in Utah. Okay. The last 9 in Golden State. Kobe leads the way again. Like, Garnett's up here a lot. I don't know why Shaq can't every once in a while do it. He did get a double-double there. Might be the first one of the year. Dwight Howard had 1 point. We got a 38-point win over the Raptors. Maybe it's because we had to go from Toronto to Sacramento the next day. That's not a very nice back-to-back. Jason Kidd, 13 assists. Mike James, they had 2 guys barely in double figures. D. Wade, Paul and Kobe and Garnett with double-doubles. Shaq and Howard were close to them. Durant struggled. I don't know what this is about. They did get another win too, 5 and 16. Marc Gasol's doing worse in his second year. Makes no sense based on who's on this team. Millsap stepping it up though. They did sign Okafor. Kind of makes a logjam in the paint, but he's doing pretty good. They have like no guard action other than Sean Livingston. Alright, so they only made 3 threes, but so did we, shooting twice as many. We had 15 turnovers. Shaq was 2 for 8. Durant 4 for 13. Kobe 4 for 15. Just terrible, terrible outing for the Pacers. And here we are playing the Kings again. Hopefully we can do better. Yeah, I'd say so. 38-point win. Beat the Nets, the Hornets, and the Magic. Alright, 38. Let's see some good stuff here. Paul, Wade, and KD with 25. Shaq 2 for 11. I don't know what happens. Paul Millsap up to 54%. 12 points over the Nets. They are only like 2 games behind me. Well, no, they've played an extra game too. Kevin Durant leads the way with 26. Pretty good looking game there. Elton Brand this time. He's averaging 19 and 10 now. Look at he's a very consistent player. 28 over the Hornets. Al Jefferson. Scoring's down a little bit. He's shooting worse. Q Rich, second year in New Orleans. Dwayne Wade leads the team. I think Kobe's scoring has not gone up. I don't know what's happening with him either. Shaq is 1 for 7. I really don't know what's happening with him. 28 over the 4 and 20 Magic. At least we didn't lose. Iverson's back. He's averaging 29. We had Yeague at 21. Fake guy scored 14. Greg Oden's not shooting threes, so hopefully, yeah, take away his threes and he shoots a much better field goal percentage. He has still attempted 4 threes, though. Whoops. Didn't look here. 27 for Kobe. Wade only 8 for 20. 13 boards for Shaq. 14 for Garnett. Alright, let's do some training. Probably need to do some body work. And then system. The Bucks are pretty bad, so let's get up and do some conditioning. Try to get our players in better shape here. Let's do. Haven't done much team bonding this season. There we go. Rockets. Strength. There we go. Clippers. Magic are awful. Let's do conditioning. get us at least to the new year. Bobcats are pretty good. Bucks are pretty bad, I believe, yeah. Oh wait, I didn't look at what Christmas was. What are we doing on Christmas? Christmas Eve is Bobcats. Christmas, we can probably have the day off. Or maybe have people come in and do... Let's do that. New Year's Eve. Let's do that in the morning. New Year's Day. Do that at night. These guys have families, you know. OJ Mayo and a first for KG. Not terrible, but I'll say no. That's a slaughtering of both of those teams. Back to back, scoring 133 on either side of Christmas. That's a 51-point win over a decent Bobcats team. They got Ron Artest scoring more, shooting 40% at least. Amari Stoudemire, scoring's down a little bit. Darren Williams, look at that. Consistency of points and assists. He's shooting much better than he has so far. They got Big Baby, who they just traded for, it says. He's shooting really bad. Probably another guy that's randomly shooting threes. Yeah, probably a little too many for old Glenn Davis there. 2K tendencies. Kobe, 31. Shaq's at the bottom way too often. Rondo's scoring 11 and Shaq's getting 4. Even when we score 133 points. Hey, second double-double, I think, for Shaq. He's still at 41%. I don't know what to do. I could rest him, like, more often, probably. Now that we're at however many games, we could rest him against the bad teams. The only thing is, like, I think he'd have better games against the bad teams. But maybe on the road against bad teams, we can rest him. Really slows things down, though. How are they? They're 15 and 13. They're 8 and 20. Or maybe I just do it in back-to-backs, like the Sixers game. He could be rested. Let's try that. Beat the Rockets. There aren't going to be too many real people, I don't think. That might be it. High scoring affair against the Spurs. Greg Oden and a first for Kevin Love and Grant Hill. That's not terrible, but I assume Love's going to be better than Oden pretty quickly. Oh, Clippers didn't stand a chance. Beat the Rockets here by 11. They're just over 500. Michael Redd averaging over 20. Carmelo averaging 25 and a half. Caron Butler 15. This is a pretty neat looking team. They just don't have a point guard. It looks like it's AC Law. Or no, it's probably Telfair. He fouled out. Kobe 24, double-doubles for Paul, Wade, and KG. Shaq had 1 rebound. Beat the Spurs by 9. They look like they're a good team. Kevin Garnett. Like, is he doing this just because I'm not re-signing him? He's having a ridiculous season. Tracy McGrady is now a Spur. Forgot about that. He's only 80 overall. 18 points per game. They got Gilbert as well. And Hito. So over the last 3 years, they've signed a new star and they drafted Brook Lopez with the 5th pick. Kevin Martin. Yeah, this team's a decent playoff team. This team, however, if they lose by 52, I don't have much hope for them. Yeah, I remember this team only has a few real people. Or no. It's pretty full of real people. I think that's the only fake guy on this list. But they're just not good real people. Conley will be. Oh my, he's averaging 21 points a game. He's already 82 overall. So Conley, Jamison just don't have much help on this squad. Wade and Kobe, look at that, combined for 65 points. My top 3 guys outscored their whole team. Alright, now we're going to rest. Well, let's look at the stats or the awards here for as December wrapped up. Here was the other trade, Eton and Danielle Marshall for Big Baby and Nate Robinson. I don't know who wins that trade. Probably the Bobcats, because Danielle's super old at this point. So getting a young Davis and Robinson, not bad. No more signings or firings. Rashard Lewis tore his Achilles, so that's rough for a really good Nuggets team. Well, Deng broke his kneecap his first year on the Sixers. First look at the award races. LeBron's averaging 30, 10, and 5.5. His rebounds went down last year. His scoring is just ridiculous. I won't go long enough to see him break the scoring record, but just assume he'll do it if he's going to keep averaging that. Yao Ming's averaging 24 and 13. He almost did that last year. I don't remember that happening, but he's not shooting as good, so he must be shooting more. This also says Manu Ginobili, so they must have a good record. But he's also got a great stat line, including 2.5 steals. He turns the ball over a lot, though. Then we got D. Wade. Still not scoring as much as he did last year, but shooting amazing. His free throws are down for some reason. Chris Paul is in this. Not Kobe Bryant, not Kevin Garnett. We got Chris Paul, 16, 9.5. His percentage did go up from the 44 it was last month. D. Rose, if he doesn't win this, I'd be super surprised. Hey, he finally got an offensive rebound. Does he have one? Did I passed it, evidently. No? Why can I not see? Am I missing? I mean, it says offensive rebound percentage. Field goals, turnovers, blocks. I thought there was an offensive rebound total, but okay. Maybe evidently totals is not a thing for that. Michael Beasley, 14 and 7. He was the 6th pick. 6th man, Carlos Boozer. Look at that. His scoring taking a big leap. Has he not started any games? He certainly hasn't. He's only started one in his career, and it was last year. Rookie Beasley's also in this. Defensive player Kirilenko. Josh Smith, his first year off of the Pacers team. Had a nice year last year in the rotation for the first time, I believe. Yeah. And now he's a starter with 9 double-doubles for Dallas. Kid, LeBron, Yao Ming, possibly defensive player. Most improved, we're trying to get KD in there, but Josh Smith might be tough to beat. He is shooting ridiculous percentage. He's super happy, that's good. Millsap, Trevor Ariza, 17.5 points joining the Pistons. And Anderson Varejao, 12 points. Not starting every game. Interesting. Players of the week, AI, Duncan, Johnson, Rudy Gay, Elton Brand. Players of the month, we got Iverson and LeBron. Rookie Beasley and Chalmers. Where is Derrick Rose here? Mario Chalmers, huh? We can also look at the All-Star voting. Manu Ginobili annihilating the West guards. There's Steve Nash, even after missing some games. The front court, Braun, Carmelo, Duncan. I think those are the starters last year. Josh Smith's in there with Pau Gasol, scoring a little bit more. And in the East, D. Wade looking to start with Kidd. Chris Paul, I believe that would be his first All-Star game, right? Because he didn't even... No, he did make it last year. Wow. Huh. Off the bench, he made an All-Star game. Forgot about that. Sixers with Parker and Billups. Jay Williams is still playing, guys. Derrick Rose is in the voting. Front court, Brand, Dirk, and Kobe. He is up to 19 at least, shooting 50%. Garnett looking to make an all-star game again. Bosch, Steven Jackson, 20 points a game. Like, oh, wow. It's just over what he did last year. Alright, we are going to... I'm just curious. I'm still not going to do it. But KG is actually happier than he was before. We're going to check the guys we didn't look at, like Shaq, 41% still. Howard probably should be playing more than him. I just don't want to bench Shaq. I'm going to be stubborn with that. Rondo, if Rondo weren't doing so well, I'd give Paul his minutes back, but Aldridge at least got his percentage up, but we are going to keep that minute with Durant. We can take our first look at the mock draft. The Pacers do not have the bottom three teams, but Steph Curry possibly... Oh my gosh, guys, the Magic have Allen Iverson. I don't know what his contract looks like, but if they can get Steph Curry and Allen Iverson, holy moly. He's already 83 overall in this draft class. Harden to the Kings, he would score all sorts of points for them. Pacers have 4, 5, 8, 9. Lots of point guards available here that I do not need. Quick look at the standings. Nets still second. Magic are real bad. Kings got some wins, including one over us. The Mavericks passed the Warriors. That's a pretty cool looking lineup. They could have started Josh Smith at small forward and Joe at power forward. Their overalls would be, everybody be 80, but having Joe Smith off the bench isn't a bad idea either. 33 years old. Yeah, this team looks pretty cool. They traded for Brad Miller. They know what they're doing. What do the Bulls look like? They're in 5th. Alright, let's get training taken care of. Already did up to there. Let's get ready for those good teams with some scrimmaging. Heat. Alright, Blazers, Pistons, and we can probably do... Getting a little later in the season. How many games are we in? 31 games. We're going to bench Shaq for this Sixers game. Go ahead and look at the walloping of the Magic here by 37. Kobe with 33, I like that. Shaq with a double-double, alright. I don't know if I should see... Yeah, he's tired, so let's just bench him. They had Odin go 3 for 11 and some fake guy 2 for 13. This guy shot twice as much as Allen Iverson, who fouled out. Not a good look for the Magic. Alright, we are going to start Howard. Probably going to play Aldridge a whole bunch more. And then Noah's going to play a little bit. We'll save this lineup so that we'll have it ready every now and then. Back-to-back away games against bad teams is pretty much what I'm thinking Shaq is going to take a rest. Alright, Howard, and then Aldridge. Whoops. Howard's going to play more when Shaq doesn't. Eight. Guess he can play. Let's have him come in even earlier. Nine for Noah, 31 for Dwight. Let's do 32. Save that as no. Shaq must have been at the top. We've had him a while. Alright, Noah's going to get a little taste of the court for this game. Still won by 22, as if taking checkout matters. He's one of the worst players in the rotation. Rip, first season in Philly, averaging 14. We got Parker, 19. Billups actually scoring less for this team. Danielle got traded. CP with 23 and 10. Howard in his start goes 3 for 8. Noah didn't score but got 2 boards, an assist, and a block. Now we get Shaq back in. This is where it's going to get a little annoying, but hopefully if I just do this, it'll be easy enough. Just got to reorder some people. Just like that. Beautiful. Alright, 15 over the Cavs, who are also bad. See, I'm hoping that will help Shaq do more of that. If he has a little bit more rest, he won't be as tired and he'll be able to shoot a better percentage. That's just a theory. We tried it a little bit last year. I don't know how well it worked, but oh my gosh, Gerald Green just scored 38 points. It's not even a season high. I was thinking it might be a career high, but he's getting 40s on the regular, evidently. 7 blocks for Rafe LaFrance. Talk about random. Oh boy. Is Danny doing any better? No, he's 3 for 13. He is averaging the most of his career, but shooting pretty bad. Alright, we will keep going here. JJ and a first for KG. Everybody wants KG's expiring contract. It is going to be a thought at the deadline here next week. But his stats tell me we should probably keep him for the rest of this year. It's not like we need depth. We've got plenty of it. We're probably almost done with the scouting that matters. Yep, this will probably be the last time we care about that. Annihilated the Bulls again. Barely beat the Cavs. So these are good teams that we whooped on. We struggled with the Cavs by the end of the week. So that's a 41-point win over the second best team in the West. 1 for 6 KG, that's not great. I like 29 from Kobe, though. Mehmet Okur with 16 and 12. He's averaging a double-double, shooting a real bad percentage. Ray Allen, Daniels 2 for 10. Weber was only 3 for 11. And then the very next night, we go to Chicago and beat the Bulls by 35. We did allow Derrick Rose to get 30. He's averaging just over 20. Pierce just under 18, and we held Dirk to 8. He's averaging 22. D Wade, 27. Kobe with 13 assists has to be close to a career high, if not. It is indeed a career high. I don't know if that's Jay Williams or Jason Williams that got 19 assists, but hard to say. Kobe's not at 50% or 40% threes, so his 50-40-90 streak is in danger that he's had since 01-02, barely. 8 for 17, that's a lot of shots for Chris Paul. He probably shouldn't shoot the second most on this team, like ever. Beat the Heat by 15, they're really struggling. Wade double-double. Durant with a 19-point game. Garnett struggling there. Is he getting tired? I need to look at that. I mean, the Heat don't have a lot of depth, but they look better than 8 wins or whatever it said. 10 wins. Should have beat the Cavs by more. Dan Dickow led the team with 19 points. This is an awful, awful team. Shaq, his percentage is up to 45%, so maybe that game off helped, I don't know, reset him. But something's happening with Garnett here. He's not tired, so I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe he's just coming back to earth from what he was doing early in the year. Alright, now we're to the trade deadline. Let's go ahead and make sure we have our training up until the All-Star break, which is right after the Rockets game. Body work. Do another body work. Actually, whoops. Haven't done some team bonding in a while. And then individual. Actually, we just played the Pistons, so let's do some film study and then a scrimmage. A little walkthrough there. Individual. Okay, so this is, let's do a little conditioning. Team bonding. Alright, and then the Blazers, that's the day after All-Stars. Or this is. So a little bit of conditioning probably to get things back in shape. Okay. Assume they're good, because they got the LeBron. So let's go ahead and get to the deadline here. Beat LeBron, beat the Pistons. So 15 over the Blazers, that's a good sign. LeBron got 23, he's still averaging almost 30. Rebounds not quite double digits. Shane Battier, I didn't see him in the defensive player voting. He won it, I think, last year. Zach Randolph back on the Blazers after a few years away, averaging a double-double. I did make him a center. He's shooting really bad. Made him a center because they didn't really have one on this team, unless they were going to start Omer Ashik, who was the 23rd pick. Or they could have started Robin Lopez, I guess. He's doing pretty well. 17th pick. But I thought it was smarter to start Randolph and West. Kobe, Paul, and Wade in the 20s. Shaq not so great. 28 over the Pistons, who have a better record without Jason Kidd. I'm curious. So this is Gary Payton's homecoming, unless we've already played the Pistons and I forgot to look. I'm going to go back and look now. Gary Payton got 14 points and 8 turnovers. He is finally retiring, thank goodness. He is averaging 10 points for the first time in 5 seasons. He's playing 6 more minutes than I had him playing last year, shooting much worse, but free throws are good stuff. So his leadership is probably what's helping this team perform really well. I mean, they've got a decent squad, it looks like. They're going 9 deep. Did I play at home against the Pistons? Alright, that was the first time I played the Pistons. So we got 3 more games against them coming up somewhere. There's one right here and one right there. So let's go ahead and see if we want to trade anybody. Alright, point guard, Chris Paul is amazing, it looks like, so we're going to keep him around. Rondo is doing much better than I anticipated. I was ready to sub Westbrook in as soon as possible, but we're going to keep Rondo going. He also has 31 badges, so that's pretty good. Dwayne Wade, good stuff. Brandon Roy, He's still got 1 year on his rookie deal, so we'll probably trade him after next season, or during next season, I mean. Potentially in the off season, who knows. Kobe, not quite at 20 points still, but 3 years left. Durant, good to go, 15 points per game. Grant Hill says he's retiring. We're going to try to not make that happen, but it's probably because he's not playing. Jim Jackson probably should be retiring, yeah. So we could trade Jim Jackson, but he's also mentoring, so probably not. Got to have some mentors on the team. This would probably be the guy I would trade because he's got a year left. I'd like to start Durant at power forward. I just didn't know if I wanted to do it this year. Kind of seems like I should. Aldridge is doing much better than he started out. Love could easily play, or Noah. Dwight's amazing. Not happy with his bench role, it seems. Hopefully, as I start him more to rest Shaq, that will help. He is up to 45.5%. Thank you. 8.7 rebounds. So maybe, let's just see what pops up for Garnett. I'm curious. We've gotten lots of offers for him so far. It gives people the right. There's a Boozer on a 1-year deal, though. So it would just gain me a first and allow me to start Durant. We don't really need more draft picks. And the Nets are really good. Redick, he has another team option. George Hill's a rookie. Okur. So most of the picks are coming from good teams. The Magic are a bad team. That's protected, so that would not help me with Steph Curry. There's Jason Williams. So what if I add... Noah was not necessarily a part of my plans going forward. Chris Kaman comes up. Randolph coming back to the team. Now it's top 3 protected. They would get better if I give them these guys. Garnett, Noah with Iverson. That's not a bad trio. The other option is to look at these ridiculous picks. Does anybody want a first tied to Garnett? Or maybe a few of them. It looks like the same trades, more or less. The Nuggets are good as well. It still looks more or less like the same trades. It's a swap pick. I assume not in my favor. They're also trying to take Grant Hill. Is that how that works? Yes. Alright, I could try some better picks. So that Nuggets pick was 1.5 stars. I don't know how good the Lakers are. They're 2 stars. Swap worst again. The problem is if I trade with the Magic, I'm actually going to be making them better because I give them Kevin Garnett, so it kind of ruins the whole point of trying to get their pick. It's not like I need Steph Curry. It would just be cool to have him. I don't have a whole lot of three-point shooting on this team. I guess Kevin Durant kind of fills that hole. So I think we just stick with it. We got, what, 2 losses? 38-2. I think we keep the team as is. So let's go ahead. Just one last look here. Hill and Jackson say they're retiring. Garnett is a starter, probably going to stay that way. Paul, we got to re-sign. So everybody else is locked up. So there's nobody we're going to lose for nothing other than Garnett and my mentors here. But hopefully they're giving badges to people. So let's go ahead and finish the week and get through trade deadline. Oh my. Now Chris Paul's hurt, which means Russell Westbrook's about to play. That's pretty cool. Get to see what he is made of. Go ahead and do, yeah, I guess Hill. Alright, well, Rondo's hopefully going to get lots of assists in this starting lineup. Switch these guys. Even them out a little more. Westbrook playing with Durant's kind of fun to think about. Wade's going to keep points at point guard. 28 and 15. Do I play Wade more point guard? I don't think so. I could probably do something a little different. 27-16. 2 minutes seems kind of silly there, though. Rondo's doing well, so let's just say he's earned that. 28 minutes. We will save that. Do we have a new CP lineup? We do. Okay. Westbrook goes from not playing to 15 a game. Here we go. And Rondo with his first starts, I would imagine. Yep. He's already played more games this year. Well, he's 1 game shy of tying his first 2 years combined, so he should be happy. I should have probably benched Shaq for that game. Oops. Forgot my rule there. Alright, well, 55 over the Raptors is decent. We got a 35-point game, almost a triple-double from Kobe. Paul with 14 assists. Chris Wilcox led their team with 16 points. 21 over the Bucks. We'll see if I regret playing Shaq. We cannot stop J.R. Smith when we play the Bucks, evidently. Oh, Shaq actually had a decent game. So this was the game Paul got hurt. Rondo came in, did pretty well. Howard with a double-double. And alright, 2 good teams. Let's try to win. Let's be 42-2 at the All-Star break. How about it? Nope, we're going to lose to the Pistons. Had to say something. Okay, if I auto-pick goals, I don't want to always have them do it. Scout best first-rounders. Perfect. And then, sure. Alright, we'll try that going forward. Maybe it'll be a little faster. We lost by 5 to the Pistons. Not cool. Trevor Ariza got 26. Gary Payton got a double-double, so now we go to Detroit. Hopefully he's not fake retiring like he did last year. Sharif, 2 for 12 is real bad. What happened here? Second quarter we lost by 6. They didn't shoot 50%, but neither did we. We did not make a three-pointer, and we had 23 turnovers, so that'll do it. Pretty bad. We also had Kobe foul out and Shaq foul out with 2 rebounds. Westbrook's first game in the rotation, he makes every single shot of his 3. 5 assists and a steal. Rondo's first start, not bad looking. 3 steals, 9 assists, 3 for 4. I like it. And we beat the Rockets by 9. Wade a double-double. Rondo should not be getting more points than assists at this point in his career on this team for sure. Shaq struggled. Westbrook, not awful, made a 3 at least. And Carmelo with 29. Let's go see All-Stars and stuff. Any other transactions happen at the deadline? Yes. Antonio McDyess traded for David Lee. So Antonio McDyess to the Lakers. We got Brandon Bass for Antonio Daniels. We've got Andrew Bynum out for season. Very consistent, 14 points, 8 rebounds for Minnesota. LeBron leading the way. Paul moved up to 4th. Elton Brand's in 3rd. I don't see Manu anymore. We got Rose and Beasley. Looks the same here. Not sure why Durant wouldn't be here. He seems better than TJ Ford at least. Karolinko, Josh Smith, Kenyon Martin, most improved. Durant's down to 4th now. Ouch. Our season awards, Pacers finally got a few, Paul and Kobe. Those haven't changed yet. Alright, let's see. Dwayne Wade will not start. Iverson found a way to pass. So Kidd, Iverson, we got 2 Bulls. Wade and Paul off the bench, but Paul will miss it with his injury. We have 4 backups, Kobe and KG. They'll have to sub somebody in for Paul and maybe Iverson, but he'll probably be back by then. For the West, Manu Allen might miss it. Braun, Mello, Duncan. Baron Davis makes it. Dunk contest, D. Rose, Webster, Corey Brewer, and randomly Brandon Roy. Huh. 3-point contest, no Pacers. The Jazz have 2. Steve Novak and Jason Terry. Damon Jones in there. He's averaging 17 points per game for the Pistons. Rookies. No Pacers on this side. We got Durant on this side. Stuckey's not playing in it. Let's go guess who's going to make it for Paul. Johnson was in there, so I guess it's going to be Parker or Billups. Probably Parker if they go by position. We'll see. Alright. We got 15-point win for this team. Brook Lopez, 22. This is not the Kevin Durant team. Kevin Durant did have 20 points, though. Oops. And we got Manu winning the 3-point contest. Brandon Roy does win the slam dunk contest, so bring those trophies to Indy. And for the All-Star game, it is a high-scoring game. 10-point win by the West All-Stars. LeBron looks to be your MVP with 4 steals. Richardson 6 for 6. Iverson leads the way for the East with 24. We got Wade here with 15-7, 2 steals. Kobe had 11. Good shooting. KG had 7 assists. Maybe was Vince Carter in there before? I don't know. Maybe that's who they subbed in for Chris Paul. Interesting. Alright. Just curious again. KG still wants to re-sign. Still wants more money than I want to give him. We got 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 now for the Pacers. Quick look at the playoff picture. We are 6.5 up on the Nets. And the Mavericks are 2.5 on the Blazers. League leaders. LeBron, Iverson, Mello, the only 3 over 25. Gerald Green is 10th, guys. Gerald Green is 10th. Wade is 15th. Kobe's 22nd. Rebounds. We got Garnett 19th. Bogut is leading the league in rebounds. He's up 4 from last year. He's playing 5 more minutes. Their team's bad. 10 assists for Jay Will, so he's probably the guy who got 19 assists, I imagine. Yes, he sure is, averaging just under a career high. Paul is 3rd. Steals, Wade is 9th. Paul is 6th. Manu and Kidd leading the way. Blocks, led by Al Jefferson. Who's our first guy? Oh no. Shaq is 28th. I thought maybe Howard would be higher. Turnovers being led by Baron Davis. Fouls, Bogut. Elton Brand shooting 59% right in front of Kevin Durant. LeBron shoots the most. Mo Peterson shooting 50% from downtown. Nash almost is. Steve Novak is getting him up there, 8.5 per game. He is 73 overall. He's also shooting 43%, so he is a scorer for the Jazz after barely playing for the Celtics last year. We got Steve Nash shooting 95% from the line, and Trevor Ariza, of all people, getting to the line the most. Very interesting. All right, so 41-3, that's where we'll stop, and we will pick up the second half of the season next time, starting with a game at home against LeBron and the Trailblazers. As always, thanks for tuning in. Until then, till next time, Shoe Shack Redemption's out.